Sorry about that. Hi everybody, this is Ginger and this is Ginger's Chat Show. Sorry, I was running late and I didn't realize time flew. I kind of slept in a little bit this morning a little late. I didn't get up until like 8:15. Well, I needed the sleep and everything, so I think everybody deserves that. Anyway, of course you have noticed of course you have noticed that Trump is literally, he's panicking. GOP is panicking. I'm talking about the MAGA GOP. They're the ones that are panicking. People have a tendency to lump everything together and not really sort things out. Who's what, where. You have the MAGA GOP, the radical idiots that follow Taco Donnie, no matter what. They're not thinking for themselves right now. They're not using critical thinking skills. And they put out all this propaganda and everything else. In other words, gaslighting and everything. Yet when they commit these crimes, they sit there and blame somebody else, like the Democrats. Well, excuse me, when you blame somebody else, that's telling me you guys, the MAGAs, have committed the crimes. And you're condoning what Trump is doing. I'm basically winning it today. I didn't have time to write down my production notes. So anyway, when the Epstein files are being released, and I hope somebody is smart and just leave the files alone, give them to Congress, and not diddle with them. Because if you diddle with the files, that's considered evidence, okay? And if you diddle with the files, you are corrupting the evidence. You're hiding something further. So if they're smart and just leave the files alone, give it to the Congress, and let people make up their own minds. Okay? They had no choice but to release the files. Because people like you and me put out the pressure and say, you guys want transparency? Show us your transparency. Show us that you really mean it. Well, Mega Mike Johnson, he tries to delay and delay and delay and delay. Bondi's trying to delay and delay. Well, she's finding out that's not going to work. Okay? Because there'll be professional people in there that will not bend to our will and say, look, this is how our things are set up. And this is how our things are done. And sorry you don't like it, but that's the way it is. And if you do that, then you're committing a federal crime. So, pretty soon Bondi's going to find herself in deep doo-doo. So is Noam is going to find herself in deep doo-doo. And I don't know how many the rest of the cabinet are finding themselves in deep doo-doo. I hope sooner or later something's going to happen and Trump will be forced to leave office and take everybody with him. I don't want Vance as president because he's not thinking for himself. He's looking to dear leader. And Vance has said and done things that it doesn't really inspire trust. Okay? Us, the American people, pick those or hire those to do work on our behalf, right? That's all it boils down to. So, I gotta write down something here just a second before I, hold on a minute. Because I'm gonna be taking this video and putting it on my YouTube channel and YouTube. So, anything that Trump does, he goes into panic and he sits there and blames other people. It's telling me that he's done the deed. Okay. So let me check make sure it's right. Okay. Anyway, he's done the deed. Okay. And he's never really learned, Trump himself has never learned anything right from wrong all his life. Okay. It's poor parenting on his father's part. I assume that his mom, Mary, tried correcting her son, but the father was always stepping in and interfering. Okay? And I think that's what's happened. They said the father's always bullying Trump. Well, maybe, maybe not. But Trump's older sister, she says nobody ever really liked him. He didn't understand how things work, and especially in the schoolyard or anything else. And he's never really learned or been aware of what's going on around him and learned from those situations. She said she tried showing him, okay, this is what happens in grade school. You're going to run into kids that can be mean. Then you can run into some kids that are really friendly or very nice because it's how they're raised. Well, you know, Trump has never really listened, and he developed a very narcissistic issue very early on. And it just got worse and it was never addressed. I'm not saying pity on Trump. I'm just saying this is what happens. Okay? So anyway, I'm glad it's Friday, and of course this weekend is a bunch of games for our various teams. Right now I'm working out of one hearing aid. This one. I'm working out of this one. My left hearing aid, the other day my tube broke. And so I gotta figure out a way to get up to Puget Sound Hearing Aid Audiology and get the tubes replaced and my hearing aids cleaned so I could hear. These hearing aids, I had them for 4 years, 5 years, and they said the normal average shelf life for them is about 3 years. I don't know what it is on rechargeable hearing aids, but I'll have to do some research and find out. I'm really sick and tired of prices going up and up and up. Why don't they just put a cap on all the prices? Set the cap, and the prices can't go any higher. Okay? I know Trump has not helped any with the tariffs, and the tariffs should be revoked. And everything be put back the way it was. Trade be put back the way it was. I'm sick and tired of people like Trump doing this to other people. Okay? The guy's jealous of everything. Okay? And there was one person, well, how do you get all this money to do this and do that? And I said, it's called planning. It's called working for it. And it's like planning out like a year ahead what you want to do and everything else. Okay, like with my horses, when I worked for Boeing, this is before I was ever married. I planned it out, got what I needed to work my horses and everything. It was working fine, and my parents helped with some of it. Um, because they knew I enjoyed this hobby, and they kept me in pretty good shape up until now. Um, so it doesn't hurt to have a good, interesting hobby. And if you want to diversify and avoid the boredom, pick a secondary hobby. Okay? Trump, and that's the other thing. There's no comment on how Trump, what his hobby is or what he wants to do or anything. Okay? The guy doesn't really have a life at all. Okay? All of the all those that work at the White House and work in government, they have a life. They come home, they work their favorite hobby or watch their favorite show or something just to rewind and just not think about work for 16 hours. Okay. So anyway, let me check my calendar. This is going to be a short video because I didn't really have anything. And sorry it took me so long to get on. My desktop computer here is getting worse and worse and worse. It wants to hang. Okay. And so I think it's telling me that it's time to start putting money back and get a new desktop. This one I had for like close to 5 years, which is pretty good for a desktop. Now the two other previous desktops I had one that lasted 12 until it went kaput. Of course, those are the earlier models. They're not like the ones now. Calendar. Okay, I promise you this. Sorry I goofed up. It's been a very long week for me, and like it's with my shots and getting sick on Monday, and which I expected from the shots. Because once you get older, your body starts not tolerating it so much. But anyway, I'll see you on Monday on the 24th at 1 o'clock, as always. Okay? Thursday, I will not be, I'm talking about next week. Thursday, on the 27th, I will not do my, or not the 27th, but on Wednesday, I will not do my chat show. Wednesday or Friday, because that's Thanksgiving weekend, and everybody's going to be gone, doing whatever they need to do, gone traveling, whatever. And so, 26th and 28th, I will not be on. Okay. And of course, the week after that is December already. Yeah. So anyway, I will see you on Monday. Take care. Stay safe. Keep your eye in the sky. Mother Nature's always doing something. And be sure to insist, persist, and push back. And remind your senators and representatives, they work for you. Okay? They say, well, we work for the government. Yeah, and the government is the American people. Okay? Remind them of that. Push back. Keep the momentum going. And then push the point for this time next year, we'll be giving the manga the big boot. And I hope we do. Okay. I think more and more, and those that are the followers, are really now waking up. They're suddenly realizing things are not working. And people have been trying to tell them, no, this is what Trump is doing to you. He's doing this to everybody, but he's doing it specifically to you. And you don't realize it. So, anyway, I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Take care. And I'll talk to you later. And thank you for watching. And I will put this on my YouTube channel. And tell others about it. Tell them that they can subscribe. It's free to subscribe. They don't have to pay a red cent. Free to subscribe. I need more subscribers. Okay? So I will talk to you later. Love to all. Bye-bye.